Hello everyone, welcome back. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Grace, and in today's video we're going to be discussing brushes. I get so many questions from my viewers about brushes. What brushes do I use? What kind of brushes, what shape, what size? So I decided to do a video, just a simple video to show you the basics of the brushes I use, shapes, sizes, and what you can get out of them. So I'm going to describe to you the difference between the cheaper brushes, higher end brushes, and somewhere in between. Or what you can do with a dollar store brush and what you can do with a little bit more of an investment into a brush. So without further ado, let's get started. Before we begin, I just want to let you know that we can actually paint with any brush, whether it's from Dollarama, Dollar Tree, or a high-end brush. The quality makes the outcome of the product better, in my opinion. I've started with dollar store brushes forever, and then I built up my stock. So with that, let me show you what I've built up. I bought this set. This was $39.99 at my local craft shop. And in this set, it came these three brushes, a 16, a 14, and an angle brush. This is absolutely perfect when you're doing like a drawer and you want to get into the little nooks and crannies. You know, the slant is perfect. It gets you right in there. And these are just two different sizes, one smaller, one bigger. And some people prefer to have the round brush as opposed to a flat brush. Other people just prefer to have the round brush. It depends what I'm doing. Sometimes I prefer this one, sometimes I don't. I have these that I'm using, so this is just a new batch. So when I go to my local store, I end up buying a few more each time so that I can slowly build up my stock. And then I bought this one separately. This one was $29 here in Canada. Wherever you are, it might be different. This one is, it's pointy. I don't know if you can see that. It's pointy that way. This shape is easier when you're doing the painting, to do like corners like this. This is perfect, okay? Just like this. Excellent. A viewer asked me what I use to make the circles. Got these at Michael's. And they come in different, I think they're $8 here in Canada. They are different sizes, and you just dab them in whatever color, and then you dab it on the furniture. However, this is just like a little sponge. And, you know, they'll last you a couple of times, and then, you know, it's time to replace them. Now let's talk about our basic brushes. Every time I go to the dollar store, I pick up a few. So I do use these occasionally. I'm not saying that I don't. I absolutely do. It all depends on what I'm doing. You know, if I don't want to use the round one, I use these ones. I recommend that you invest in a better brush. This one was from Home Depot, and they recommended this for me there years ago. And this is what I use to apply the sealer. Natural bristles, that's all it says. At my local hardware store. And you know what? I've been using this for years and years and years. I use it, and then I wash it with a cleaner, a brush cleaner. You can use whatever brush cleaner you want. I have a pretty basic one that I got at Michael's. And then I wash it with soap and water. And then I hang it like this to dry. Once you're washing a brush, always shape the brush, okay, so that it can retain its shape. And once it's completely dry, I put it back in the little case that it came with, and voila. Now let's discuss your basic brushes. You can go to Michael's. I only say Michael's because that's one of the closest to me. So that's why I'm referring to them. These are like $3 each. They're not my favorite, but I do like them. Okay, and then you can get a pack of these. Well, there you go. That's what happens when you buy cheap. I got a pack of these. I think they were 50 for like $14, and a pack of different sizes. But you know what? You get what you pay for, right? This video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I pay out of my own pocket for these. And, you know, just now after the sale, the Black Friday or Boxing Day sale, I spent over $200 in brushes. So, you know, if you're serious about your project, or at least if you want a good quality outcome on a project, I recommend that you do invest at least in a couple of brushes. It will make it so much easier. brushes can run like $3, $4, $5, $6, $7. So it's not, you know, super, super expensive. It is for me when I'm buying like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 brushes. But if you're going to work on a project, it is worth just investing in those brushes. This is the company called Zen. Okay, so now let's talk about Black Friday sale. And of course, I shopped my little heart out. So I'm going to show you the new ones I've got. These are the longer bristles. What I like about them is that what I tried to get is a couple of different sizes of the bristles, and they come with the numbers. The number is the width. And when you're painting something and you want to go on a straight line, these are not the cheap ones where the bristles just go everywhere and you're getting, you know, paint on either side. I mean, this is just fabulous. This gives you a great clean line. Because the bristles are longer, you're able to go further. Here, I've got, what I want to show you with these is that I'll take the bigger one. I have the bigger one here, and I'm going to take the bigger one from the other one. The bristles, as you can see, are longer. Okay? So when I'm doing a square, me personally, some people use this one. I personally prefer this one, the shorter bristles. Okay? They're shorter because I feel, me personally, that I have more control when I'm doing a square. Okay, I have more control on the line. That's just me. That is the difference between the longer and the shorter bristles. Plus, you probably get less paint on this. This would be good for a stripe if you're doing a stripe. And this one is more for a square. You get just enough paint, but the bristles are shorter and I have more control. And because I do different size squares, I do get different size brushes. This is what helps me. Now let's talk about angle brushes. Now what Zen has also, if you'll notice, is different length of handles. Some people prefer to have the longer length. Some people prefer the shorter length. It's all about what you know, what works for you. Either one works for me. Angle brushes are great. If you're working on a square and you're doing this, this works great, okay? Because you're gonna get the sides of the squares and everything. Sometimes I like to use the, you know, the angle ones because I can do, see how it goes slanted this way? I can just do this and then flip it over and do the square, flip it over. And you see, when I do it, the end doesn't go to that. Do the square, and I do that. And then I like to have them all because it all depends what I'm doing. I can switch. Artists use brushes for different reasons. If you're an artist, you know what, correct me if I'm wrong, you can use, there's shader brushes, there's so many different brushes for different things, but it all depends on what you really want. I'll give you an example. This is the shader. So artists use these for different reasons. Somebody may want to use this to shade, where I'm doing something else with it, so I'm going to use it for something else. So you do you, and you do what fits you, whatever is easier for you. But for the little teeny weeny squares that you want to do, okay, sometimes having something like this is so worth it for the little squares or the little detail. And I also have a few of these. Okay, these are if you want to do, I don't know if you can see it here, if you want to do just the line. Let's say you wanted to make a fine line right in this corner. You would use one of these. I want to ask for your help. My birthday is in July. Right now I'm at about 3,500 subscribers. I am a relatively small channel. What you're interested in and you get some joy out of it, I ask that you consider subscribing. It would mean so much to me. I'm trying to reach 5,000 subscribers by July. You know anybody who enjoys this kind of stuff, please share it with them. It would mean so much to me. Thank you. That's it for the brushes today, but I did want to show you something that Marketplace is really, really good for. You guys ask me where I find my things, and I find them on Marketplace. But I do recommend, let me take off my glasses. I do recommend that, you know, you search free stuff on Marketplace because it's fabulous. And now is the best time to get season holiday season stuff, like Christmas stuff that people are sort of discarding or giving away or selling really, really cheap. So if you want to find something, this is the best time. And I truly recommend that you don't wait for Christmas next year to be working on Christmas projects, because let's face it, we are busy enough with Christmas or the holidays that we don't have time to do it, right? So the best thing is now to get the items now and work on it during the year. And I'm going to show you a perfect example. I did a search of free stuff on Marketplace, and somebody was giving these away. I thought, what a great little project for me to work on. But I wound up getting them, and I think they're so cute that I'm not going to touch them. And this was totally free. Something else she had that she was going to throw out was this. Hello, I've been looking for this, and I've gone to Michael's, I've gone to Hobby Lobby, Lowe's, all those places. I've gone to all those places and I couldn't find it. But hello, let me show you what I'm going to do with them. I purchased these on Marketplace. These are their clay or whatever it is. It's not plastic. You know, the size is just perfect. Now, when I seen them, I got both of them. She was selling them for $15 for both. When I seen this, ta-da! I know. So on the next video, we're going to be painting this. I can't wait. So make sure you come back. When you subscribe, also, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you can be notified when I post. Thank you so much. I hope the brush information was helpful. And if you have any questions, leave me in the comments. Also, I am on Instagram and I am on TikTok. If you're not following me there and you're interested and would like to, absolutely, I would love to have you. My TikTok is basically just about the family, not so much about what I do in my studio, but a little bit more on a personal side. Instagram sort of has a bit of both. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch, and have a wonderful day. Take care of each other, and remember, you want to reach a point in your life when you say remember when and never ever I wish I did. We'll see you next time.